It might seem crazy to own more than one copy of the same record, but I promise you, there are some perfectly rational reasons why, and today we are going to be counting on the top 10 reasons to own more than one copy of the same record. At number 1, we have a mono and a stereo copy. So up until the late 1960s, most albums were recorded to be played in mono, meaning out of just one speaker, until the stereo, which is still commonplace today, where the music plays out of both the left and right channel. So many of these classic albums from the 50s and 60s, like Pet Sounds or Sgt. Pepper's, you need to get that mono copy to really hear how the band wanted you to hear it. At number 2, we have a playing versus a collecting copy. So due to the kind of staggering prices of vinyl these days, if you have a record that's worth a lot of money and you can easily get a copy that sounds good for almost nothing, it's worth it. So here you can see a cheap reissue of the Beatles' White Album that I paid maybe 20 bucks for. It's complete, it's clean, it sounds good, and I can keep my original numbered UK top loading on the shelf in good condition. Coming in at number 3, we have an original versus a reissue. So many records these days are getting remastered, repressed for their anniversaries, for box sets, that it makes it really easy to get a copy that sounds really, really clean. These original pressings sound great, but that often means that they have surface noise, they have clicks and pops that come along with age, where the newer versions, no matter how good the record itself sounds, will play through without noise, and the packaging is absolutely pristine. At number 4, we have different countries. So some versions of records pressed in different countries are believed to sound better, some sound worse, some have different mastering, some have different features. This copy of Band on the Run from the UK is the best version I've heard of the many I've listened to, and this Japanese press has goodies including this awesome super colorful obi strip, as well as some additional posters and inserts that were not available in any other country. At number 5, we have different colors. In this day and age, vinyl releases have become complete spectacles for some artists who take it upon themselves to put out as many colors and as many quirky variations on the same record as possible. I think Taylor Swift just put out 10 or 15, some crazy number of variations of the exact same record. The music's the same, just one version might look a little cooler than the other. At number 6, we have different covers. Throughout the history of vinyl, there have been some albums that have had covers that have been banned, there's been legal issues, there's been alternative versions, there's been reissues with different photography. Oftentimes it's the same album, but it gives collectors another reason to own more than one copy of the exact same music. At number 7, we have different mixes. It's super cool to hear how different engineers interpret music that you already know. They might add more bass, add some reverb, make the vocals more upfront. It can make owning more than one copy of the same record absolutely necessary if you already love it. At number 8, we have different speeds. What has become common for many reissue labels is to put out 2 versions of the same album, one mastered at the standard 33 RPM, as well as a 2 LP set mastered at 45. Many audiophiles will buy one copy of each of the records, do a test themselves to see which version they prefer, and then go online and let other audio fanatics know whether or not it's worth the extra money to buy the 2 LP set. At number 9, we have a copy to sell. This means that you might already own a copy, you know it's valuable, you see it way underpriced, so you pick it up. Here I grab this copy of Lodger that I already owned from a box set because it was $5. I still haven't opened it. Will I actually sell it? I don't know, but for the time being, I have 2 copies of the same record. And finally, at number 10, we have upgrade copies. Getting into vinyl is such a journey, and if you're able to find these classic albums, even if they're completely beat up, they're full of surface noise, you want to have those records. And as you go through your vinyl journey, you might pick up better sounding copies, better condition copies, and that's part of the magic. And the best part is, once you get a better version, you can give the old one to a friend, helping them on their own vinyl journey. And that's it. That's my top 10 reasons to own more than one copy of the same record. Anything I missed? Let me know down below.